Hey guys, welcome back to another Arduino tutorial. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a light writer animation with a shift register. For this project, you're going to need an Arduino Uno. I'm using the revision 3. Going to use the 8 LEDs. I'm using the color green. You can choose whatever color you want as long as you have 8 of them. Some resistors. I'm using 270 ohm, but yeah, 270 ohms. Shift register, 74HC595. Some jumper cables. A battery pack is optional with a 9-volt battery, just to power your circuit after you're done. USB cable, breadboard, and obviously a computer to program the code. And I would like to take this opportunity to explain to y'all what a shift register is. And I drew up a diagram to show to y'all. It's 74HC595, as I have said. And a shift register accepts stream of serial bits and outputs their values onto their I/O pins. So they can give you extra pins on your Arduino, while you only use 3 pins. So like, let me explain it like this. You use 3 pins on your Arduino, you trade them for like 8 pins, so that's a pretty good deal. And like, you use the data pin, the latch pin, and the clock pin. And each of those goes to the Arduino, so you gain access to QA, QB, QC, QD, QE, QF, QG, and QH. So you get, those are basically digital input-output pins. So it's pretty cool. This pin goes to ground, over here positive. Right here, this QA is the first I/O pin. This pin goes to ground, and this 5 volts. And QH with this pin is not an I/O pin. It's to daisy chain your shift registers so you can have more and more outputs. The I/O pin, sorry. And you can have a lot of shift registers, and you could have basically hundreds of I/O pins, theoretically, by daisy chaining the shift registers through QH. And so, to start off this project, we're going to have to put in 8 LEDs onto our breadboard. Yeah, so first, put the cathode at negative and the anode on the breadboard, because the anode is going to be what's going onto the shift register. So there's 2. There's 3. You can space them out however you want. I'm just putting them closer together because the animation, it looks cooler when they're, in my opinion, cooler when they're closer together. So 2 more. We have our 7th right here. And then our 8th. Okay, there we go. 8 LEDs. They're green for me. So we're gonna put our shift register in our 74HC595. I'm gonna put it close to the LEDs, so it's gonna be easy access. And I forgot to add one more thing. Shift registers, or any IC, shift register is an IC, integrated circuit. Any IC usually has a dot or a half circle up here. So this is the top. So whatever's to the right is going to be the first pins. So therefore, that's how and mine has a half circle in this case. So I know right here is going to be QB. So that's how you can, the little way you can figure out which way is forward. So now we're gonna start adding resistors to our LEDs. So the resistor goes through the anode of the LED. Anode. And again, I'm using 270 ohms. So basically what this project is gonna do while I put on these resistors, it's gonna have like light from LED. It's gonna look like it's jumping from one LED to another. Like, basically that's why it's called light rider, because it's gonna be going through each of these as if it's turning on one, leaving it, jumping on the other, turning it on, and it keeps going. And you can even mess with you can change the time on how long it's going to be on one to longer or faster. So we're going to put on our last resistor right here for our last LED. And here it is. Oh God. Okay, so we got 8 resistors, all in shape. I'll hold it up so you can see better. This is so far our circuit. 8 resistors, 8 LEDs. Remember, cathode goes on negative, anode goes to the resistors. Shift register, not yet needed, but we're gonna use it in a jiffy right now. So we're gonna start connecting the LEDs to the QA through QH. So I'm gonna show you this one more time so you can, I encourage you to pause the video and try and connect this for yourself. So we're gonna start with QA. So QA I'm gonna put as our first LED right here. There we go, QA. Right there. QB is going to be the first pin on the left. This first pin on the left. Here we go. QC. QD. E, F, QG, and finally QH. So connecting QA through QH to the LEDs. And now we're gonna connect the shift registers, positive and negative. Positive rail, connect the shift register to power and ground. Sorry. So the one next to QH right here, it's kind of hard to see, I know. It's a little smushed, sorry. Right here, it goes to ground on the negative rail. And then on the other side next to QA is going to be on the positive rail, right there. And then remember, as I was saying, OE right here goes to ground. Remember that because you need that to make the circuit work. And then right here goes to 5 volts. So let's put OE to ground. Sorry if you can't see. It's right behind all the circuits. Actually, that's that. Oops. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna put next to, and then we're gonna put on positive, sorry. And finally, we're gonna start the Arduino comes into play now. Arduino. We're gonna hook up the ground and power rails. So right here, ground rail. Right around here. And the power rail. Right here. So now we have power running through our circuit. Well, not right now because it's not connected. And we have 3 more wires for the data, latch, and clock pins. So we're gonna do data first. Oh, sorry guys, it's just a little crowded over here. Data, sorry. Data, latch, and finally clock, which is gonna be on pin 10. So 8, 9, 10. And so I believe we have our second circuit completed. And don't connect this to anything because we're only going to be using 1 shift register today. And this is for daisy chaining. So no need for that today. And we're going to move on to the code. So, hold on. I went to sleep. Okay, we're jumping right in. So here we are. So we're going to use const int, integer, and we're going to use cert for pin 8. The data, this cert is data. Const int latch on pin 9, and const int clock, pin 10 on the Arduino. Remember to end in a semicolon. We're going to have the sequence 14 because we need, this is what's gonna make the LED light brighter. See, it's gonna go 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. It does not go to 1 because when it repeats, 2 back to 1. Otherwise 1 would be like repeated. So that's why we end at 2. Then we go to the void setup. We're gonna set all of the pins right here. Outputs, data, latch, clock, outputs, pin mode. As our pin mode. We're gonna scroll down a little bit so y'all can see better. Void loop for integer I, it's gonna equal 0. Int I is less than 14 because 14 is the sequence. And then I plus plus, and then inside that statement we're gonna have digital write latch low. We're gonna have shift out data clock MSB first and the sequence, and then we're gonna have digital write latch high, and then the delay is where you can change the speed of this light writer. We're gonna have it at 100, so it goes pretty fast, less than a second. So we're gonna start to upload it. That's basically the code, not so tough. The USB port on the Arduino to the USB on the computer. And then we're gonna have to upload. Oh God. Sorry guys, I had already had this code on. But basically this is how it looks like when you upload it. Sadly that I already had it uploaded. But this is how it's gonna look like. Basically going from side to side, like I said, jumping from one LED to another. Pretty cool in my opinion. And that's basically all there is to it. And remember, you can experiment with the delay, make it go fast, make it go slow. And basically, that's everything pretty much to it. So I would like to thank you for watching this video. I would like you to like and subscribe, show me some support. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye.